Connected to iPhone. Connected to iPhone.
Yo, what's up? Yo, hey, go to my go to my Instagram. It's right there. The link is in the description. Go to my Instagram and hit the like button on that painting I just posted, yo. Cause that shit is hot as fuck, son. Smoking that dank, I be growing that dank, I be blowing that dank, rolling that dank. What the fuck do you think, man? My mind is so high that I could never faint. I'm feeling so good that I just might not say, man. I'm smoking, I'm rolling, I'm blowing that dank. Yeah, I'm smoking that dank. Yeah, I'm rolling that dank, I be growing and chopping it down, cultivating, beautiful sounding that greenery, man, it's so mean at me, changing my scenery, know that I love it, there's nothing above it, cause I be growing dank. I'm on that dank, man, that dank, man, that dank, man, that dank, man, that dank. Be growing that dank, man, I'm rolling that dank. Cultivated, chop it down, yeah. Greenery, going off that greenery, changing my scenery, dank. Yeah, I'm smoking that dank, I be growing that dank, I be blowing that dank. Hydroponics, it came from a tank. I don't need none of that dirt, man. What the fuck is dank? I be growing that, blowing that, rolling that, oza that dank. Yeah. What the fuck did you think? I be rolling, I'm growing and blowing that. Growing that, rolling and growing, and I stay holding that day. smoking and rolling that thing. Yeah, I be growing and blowing that thing. Ain't like that thing, what the fuck did you think? That thing is that thing is that thing is that thing. Yeah, my weed so nice, they think. Rolling that thing, I be smoking that thing. What the fuck did you think? Rose, huh? That's not too bad. Yeah, ain't nothing like that dank, man. Yeah, ain't nothing like that dank. I be smoking on that chronic, I be smoking on that chronic, man. I be spitting all that logic. And niggas steady flossing. What up, what up, what up, what up? So I got the first painting finished earlier. That one is done, son. It's on the dank part 2. Oh shit. I'm gonna make this one yellow. Oh yeah.
Tonight was BYOB, but you brought something more. Yes, it was her favorite wine, but it was also proof that you were listening.
camera, yeah, yeah. It said let's do something positive, man. I just turned on my camera, yeah, yeah. It said let's do something positive. So I made art and education. Shared it with my partner. Yeah, yeah, let's do something positive. The art and education. Yeah, yeah, let's do something positive. That art and education. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I turned on my camera and I shared it with the nation. Yeah, 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 yeah. I turned on my camera and I shared it with the nation. That art and education never in my basic too. Historic nation. Oh man. This paint is super thin, super thin. So I gotta put it on thick. Yeah, so I gotta put it on thick. Maybe I shouldn't have toned this canvas with that dark color. Let's see how it plays out with the second coat of paint. And that's why I decided to do these backgrounds with acrylic, because I already knew it was going to take a lot of paint. So I'm going to have to put several layers of this yellow to get it bright like I want to, maybe at least 3 times. But I do have that habit of toning the canvas. I don't know with these acrylic paints, maybe it would have worked better if I didn't tone the canvas, but it's too late for that shit now. It's too late for that shit now. I'm the lead singer, you were dancing in the background. They never know what the cold was.
Neutralize life's odors automatically.
Now smell a string odors.
Life.
Cause these niggas eating fucking cheese. You rats. Niggas get on your knees. You rats.
Exit made this.
Breathe, breathe me in, taste my words. until you're close enough to taste it. I can give you what you need. I can give you what you need.
Bob Ross.
When you see a specialist at Cancer Treatment Centers of America, you see an expert who concentrates on cancer, and only cancer. Like Dr. Daniel Nader, director of the Lung Center, who's been focused on cancer for over 30 years. Or Dr. Rolla Eid, who helps women restore form and regain a sense of self. And Dr. Maury Markman, who has dedicated his career to patient care and diving deeper into the science of cancer treatment. Treating cancer isn't one thing we do, it's the only thing we do. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
He's in a motherfucking building with traps. Yes, sir. In the studio. Get some paint in there. Cause we don't do dumb shit like hang on the corners all day. We do productive shit like make beautiful art. Yeah. Who down with doing something productive? Hey, what up? You know it. And this bitch painting, bruh. On the blue piece, the new piece, the blue piece. The blue piece is the new piece. You know what I'm saying? Then I roll one and I blew a piece. A piece of what? A piece of dank.
The QuickBooks Self-Employed app gives contractors and freelancers the power of an entire staff.
I got damn power of my entire finger to skip your damn commercials. Gotta take that beat back from the top because I really like that one.
Threesome have in common? They're all named Dick. So you saying they all dicks? I just didn't know you could say dick on TV.
The Joker's Wild. All new episodes start April 15th on TBS.
Let me guess, another spring event. Wrong. It's the Honda Dream Garage spring event.
Give me more respect cause I'm more juice. The most influential men got influential friends, and I'ma put the squeeze on all of them. I watch y'all get fat, now I want my share. But you ain't got it all, then I want what's there. The most influential men got influential friends, and I'ma put the squeeze on all of them.
You said you tried to let me grow together.
We had our time together. I have to let you go.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
Is blue for heaven? Not really. Blue is for that blue dream. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I got that blue dream. Yeah, yeah. I got that blue dream, and scale. Let me weigh that up on my digit scale. Let me weigh it up on my digit scale. On my digit scale. On my digit scale.
Battery low. Please charge now.
Fuck you, folks. Cause I still want to keep listening to my music, so I better charge my speaker.
Crystal Vision Center, we give you more. Crystal Vision Center, we give you more.
Fuck that.
Cash Money AC.
It's that heat, boy.
wonder how Keebler Fudge Shop cookies get perfectly fudgy? Have a look.
Black Friday savings are at the Home Depot now. Get the best prices of the
Damn, these
season on
motherfuckers
everything from
won.
the brightest colors to the latest power. Own your outside with these spring Black Friday
You
savings.
won't let me skip the commercial?
The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
things that really excited me about God was to begin to realize that he is sovereign, and that he is auspicious, that he is in control, and that he has absolute power. It was interesting to me to find out that he foreknew me, that he knew me before I was born.
I use QuickBooks Self-Employed to maximize my tax deductions. It's as simple as tapping on the automatic mileage tracking and boom! All
I just like the sound. I just like the sound. I just like the
Let me guess, another spring event. Wrong. It's the Honda Dream Garage.
what's one?
Let's not do those commercials.
Quiz Cube, play that beat again.
Perfect.
Everything I do is fucking perfect. All my fucking moves is fucking perfect. I charge a fucking $500,000 for this art, and you know that it's worth it. And you know it's worth it. $500,000, you know it's worth it. Cause everything I do is fucking perfect. Everything I do is fucking perfect. Every move I make is fucking perfect. $500,000. $500,000. But this shit is perfect. Shit is perfect. And you know it's worth it. My shit is perfect. Yeah, and I see these motherfucking critics lurking. I know they earthwind. Tell them everything we make is perfect. Cody. Like $500,000. And you know it's worth it. You know it's worth it. You know it's worth it. These motherfucking paintings, and you know it's worth it. Everything I do is fucking perfect. Every move I make is fucking perfect. I really want a motherfucking $500,000. $500,000, you know it's worth it. And I see these motherfucking critics lurking. Perfect.
Cody.
Wonder how Keebler Fudge Shop cookies get perfectly fudgy? Have a look.
I don't give a damn about your fudge. Fudge your fudge.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
Tell him again, Taylor.
Sailors never skip on fudge.
Taylor about the fucking flex. Taylor about the fucking flex. Taylor about the fucking flex.
The all-new 2018 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, starting at $23,295.
of fudge. Perfect. Perfect.
Alright, it's looking good, it's looking good. I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm about to go grab something to eat and play some video games for a little while. I'll let y'all later. I might be back in here tonight, but I ain't sure yet. Yeah, I'm going hard because I'm savage as fuck, son. You ain't know? I just covered that background with the blue. So now you got the blue and the green. And I did actually paint this. It has yellow on it. It's just hard to see. I don't know. Maybe if I put another coat of yellow paint on there and it doesn't cover it up, I might just do that one orange, since it's basically orange anyway. But I did want it yellow. But I'm not gonna struggle with this fucking yellow paint if it's not willing to cooperate. But then that would mean I'd have to go out and buy some fucking orange paint tomorrow. Shit. Cause I only bought yellow and blue. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here for a minute, yo. I'm about to go eat, play some games, and finish this doobie. Doobie. Bro, this is my art studio. I painted everything in this motherfucker. All this my art. Yeah. That's a painting of me. That's a painting of me. The green one is a painting of me. That's a painting of me. I paint myself a lot. That's my homie Genesis. She's from New York. She's a radio host on 93.7 FM. That's my other homie. She's from my hometown, but she moved to Oregon. Nah, you'll never see me paint Tupac or Biggie Smalls or Bob Marley or anybody else, bro. I don't paint pop art. I don't paint celebrity art. You'll never see that shit in a museum anywhere. You'll never hardly see that shit in a fine art gallery. You're not gonna go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and see some painting of Tupac that somebody did. That's not really art. It's just pop art. And plus, people have painted Tupac 1,000 times. You're not being original. You paint Tupac or Biggie or any fucking celebrity, Kurt Cobain or Madonna, Diana Ross or fucking LeBron James, you're not being original at all. Prince died. Everybody and their fucking cousin who's an artist painted a picture of Prince. You're not being original. You're not original at all. At all. And you'll never see that shit hanging anywhere where prestigious art is at. You'll never see a picture of Kurt Cobain at the Louvre. You just won't. You're not going to go to a museum or a real high-scale gallery and see celebrities. That's like beginner shit. That's absolutely beginner's art. Because once again, you're not being original. You're not being creative. You're not doing anything different than anybody else. So for that reason, bruh, I paint people like you and me, the average everyday person. Why? Because I'm just as important as Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? My name probably won't go down in history, and I may not reach the level of recognition that he has, but I'm a human being, and I'm living this life, and I add to the story of humans just like every other human being adds to the human family and to the story of the human family and how we're progressing as humans on this earth. Everybody's a part of it. Everybody, every individual is a part of this major story. And so I'm just important as anybody else, and you're just as important as anybody else. So I'm not going to focus on motherfucking drawing pictures of Morgan Freeman and Will Smith. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just everyday people. You know what I'm saying? Is she famous? No. But she's a beautiful black woman, and she's living a life just like everybody else is living a life, with ups and downs and good times and bad times. You know what I'm saying? A normal couple. That ain't Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. It could have been, but they're just as important as Will Smith and Jada Pinkett because they got a loving relationship and they have their ups and downs and they fucking humans just like everybody else. I don't need to paint Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love me some Tupac, cause I'm so fucking old. This how long I've been watching this shit. You know? VHS, man. I've been watching documentaries on Tupac since this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love the man to death. A great man. Died way before his time. And, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna paint his picture. I'm still not gonna paint a picture of Pac. You know what I'm saying? You should be Tupac. No. It'll be alright. I let everybody else do that. Y'all go ahead and you do the same thing. You do the same thing. You do the same thing. And all y'all shit gonna look the same. All y'all shit gonna look just the same. And then motherfuckers look at my shit and be like, dang. Why? Cause ain't nobody never do that before. Ooh, that boy is so original. Ooh, damn, I snapped my doobie out my hand. Ooh, that boy is so original. Well, y'all know about that VHS. Y'all showed that shit to my son. He was like, Dad, do you even have the device to play these on? I'm like, no, but that's not the point. I can go get me a VCR if I wanted to for like $12 at a yard sale somewhere. But like, what is that? Can you even watch that? Do you have what you need to play that on? I'm like, boy, you're making me feel old, little boy. Calm down, motherfucker. Nah, he got assassinated at a red light. He left a Mike Tyson fight and went to the hotel and got changed, and they were supposed to go to the club for a little while, and they were in an entourage of about 5 cars. He was in the first car, him and Suge Knight. No. Were they in the second car? No, I think they were in the first car, yo. And they say a motherfucking white Cadillac pull up beside him and shot into the car 9 or 11 times or something like that. And like, I think the last time he got they say he had 7 bullet wounds. And reports say, and his mom backed it up and confirmed it, said that motherfucker came back from the dead 7 times, yo. Say he flatlined 7 times. Say he fought so hard to live, yo. He gave it everything he could, yo. This motherfucker flatlined 7 times and kept coming back like, doo. Imagine that shit. How many times you gotta come back from the fucking dead before God just say, like, come on, man, just come with me, yo. You not, it's done. You done, man. How you come back 7 times? But they know, like, he was a problem. He would have been a major problem, yo. They would have had to. A lot of people think it was like a government conspiracy, and I haven't heard any real solid facts that the government had anything to do with it. I know that, you know, the investigations were bullshit because nobody cared, and everybody, like, the establishment was kind of happy that the motherfucker is dead. Like, thank God somebody got his ass. This motherfucker's causing too much commotion, and he's just some fucking rapper, you know. And but that shit is crazy because if that motherfucker would have lived to be 40, 50 years old, man, he would have changed some shit, yo. He would have changed a lot of shit. Nah, African Bambaataa and motherfucking DJ Kool Herc made rap a thing. Tupac just, I don't know. It was he had a passion that nobody else could match at that time, or ever since. And it goes beyond his music. When you listen to his interviews and the shit that he said, yo, you know what I'm saying? That dude was really trying to change shit, and he used Suge Knight and Death Row for the money as a tool. Okay, you gonna get me out of jail? Boom, you're gonna set me up with some bread and put me back on the music tip. Boom. How many? They had a contract for 3 albums, and Tupac did it in 2 takes. You know what I'm saying? Because I think his first album was like a double album. He was like, all right, that's 2. I gave you a double album, 1 shot. Boom, we did the second album. He was like, good, I'm good to go, nigga. That was our business deal, but Suge had him, that paperwork had him caught up. You know what I'm saying? He was young as fuck, in his 20s, spending a lot of money, still kind of in debt a little bit. Even, out of all the movies he did, albums he sold, movie soundtracks and shit, it was like, this motherfucker's paying out the pocket for lawyers all the time, bodyguards, and he couldn't leave the label. You know what I'm saying? But that's what, if he would have lived, that was going to be his next transition, yo. He was going to leave fucking Death Row, start his own label called Killuminati. Kill the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just ain't never happened. They took him too soon, yo. I can imagine if he kept making music, yo, and kept speaking on the real shit, on current, up-to-date shit, man, this motherfucker would have lived through the whole Bush area, the motherfucking, the Clinton era, the fucking, Obama era. You know what I'm saying? Imagine all the shit this motherfucker would have been able to talk about, especially if it's still alive now with this Trump shit going on. Oh, damn. Yeah, that Killuminati, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's the thing, though. Once again, the dude was only 25, 26 years old, so he knew a lot. But just imagine if they would have let him live. In 10 years, you learn 10 more years worth of knowledge, life experience, understanding, everything. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker would just keep getting smarter and smarter, better and better, more creative. And he did everything before the internet. That's a lot of shit that people don't factor in, like when you look at how Prince and Michael Jackson went diamond, and how all these other motherfuckers go platinum, double platinum, you know what I'm saying, for a couple albums and shit. And it was before, the mass marketing of the tool, as the internet as a tool. And so they did all that shit just with radio and TV. You know what I'm saying? That's all they had was radio and TV. They ain't had that third factor of the internet platform and that shit. And that would have changed the whole dynamic of shit too if you were still alive. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if Tupac had a Twitter and an Instagram account. Like I don't follow a lot of motherfucking famous people, but I follow Jadakiss on Instagram, and I follow T.I. on Instagram. Yo, T.I. Instagram cool as shit though. But I don't know, like I don't follow a lot of fucking rappers and shit. That shit don't really mean shit to me. Skynet. Nah, nobody never caught Tupac murderers, yo. They ain't never caught Biggie murderer neither. I said that shit was just some shit they was just happy to do away with. They was happy that shit was over. But at the same time, like that beef, all that East Coast, West Coast beef, man, that shit was created by the fucking media. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fuel like some fucking inner city gang wars and shit. That, man, like I said, I grew up in the era. That whole shit was crazy as hell just looking back at that shit, yo. Like, and yeah, nobody never got caught for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They had motherfucking congressmen and everybody. I forgot the one Congress lady talking about banning gangster rap, and they were all in Congress all over rap music and shit, talking about trying to make labels sign some kind of agreement where when you put out rap music, it can't have no cursing at all in it. You know what I'm saying? Like kitty rap or some shit. But during that era, they was fucking with hip hop bad because that shit was all gangsta gang music, yo. You know, two of America's most wanted. It ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Yeah, but once again, like that shit was pre 9/11 too. You gotta think about it. Like shit was different, man. There wasn't a lot of cameras out. They wasn't, you know, there just wasn't shit set up like that. Even in Vegas. I mean, I could imagine it. You know, plenty of hotels have, you know, surveillance cameras, but that was before the street, the stoplights and everything had cameras up on that shit. Cause everywhere you go now, shit, every stoplight got a fucking camera. Everything got cameras now. But pre 9/11, think about it. That shit went like that. That shit was in the mid 90s. You know what I'm saying? Post 9/11, Big Brother is watching your ass, bruh. Watching you. September 11, 2001. Boy, that world changed after that shit, bruh. Tupac died almost, 5 years? 5 years before that shit. But y'all gonna make me stand here and listen to a Tupac documentary. I'm gonna show y'all some weird shit though. No serial numbers found on what? At 9/11? On the planes? Huh? The whole 9/11 shit was a fucking hoax, man. That shit was an inside job, man. That shit was a fucking false flag attack. Shit was not real. The official story of 9/11 is not real.
Mysterious unsolved cases. Jackie Sutton. In late October 2015, seasoned British journalist Jackie Sutton arrived at a Turkish airport to catch her connecting flight to Iraq, where she'd been working with the free speech organization IWPR. Hours later, she was found dead in an airport restroom. Reportedly, Jackie Sutton had committed suicide, hanging herself using one of her own shoelaces. Now here's where things get even stranger. Earlier reports by the Turkish media stated that Jackie Sutton had become very upset after missing her flight to Iraq because she couldn't afford to purchase a new ticket. However, later reports revealed that Sutton could have easily paid for a new ticket, containing purchases made at the duty-free shop in the airport. Determined to wait until his ear had hit over the fence and then disappeared into some nearby woods. To this day, Lars Mattank is in the airport with his luggage. Hostel room in a panic, headed for the airport. He called his mother again, airport in the early morning hours. On airport security, and that he was hiding. 2 hours later, airport. He called something strange about him in a hostel in a poor area. Lars Mattank. Lars Mattank was a young German man who went on a holiday trip with friends to Varna, Bulgaria. While there, Mattank was involved in a fight with some other tourists and suffered a ruptured eardrum. Because of the ear injury, Lars Mattank was unable to fly, so he couldn't return to Germany with his friends. He rented a room in a hostel in a poor area of Varna, Bulgaria, determined to wait until his ear had healed enough so that he could fly back to Germany. However, that same night, Lars Mattank called his mother and said that there was something strange about the hostel that he was staying in, and that she should cancel all of his credit cards. Even later that same night, Lars Mattank left his hostel room in a panic, headed for the airport. He called his mother again, this time saying that 4 strange men were following him, and that he was hiding. 2 hours later, Lars Mattank caught a cab and arrived at the Varna airport in the early morning hours. On airport security cameras, Lars can be seen entering the airport with his luggage. But minutes later, he is seen running from the airport in a panic, leaving his luggage behind. Eyewitnesses say that Lars Mattank ran to a barbed wire fence that surrounds the airport, climbed over the fence, and then disappeared into some nearby woods. To this day, Lars Mattank has never been found. His family asks that anyone with any info as to his current location contact them via their website or Facebook page. Brian Schaefer.
I heard that shit on something else. So this motherfucker in Germany saying somebody, yo, mom, somebody following me, yo. He go all the way to the airport. He goes to the airport all calm and shit. Like he ain't running the airport and shit. So he goes in the airport with his fucking luggage. He's about to board the plane and he runs out and leave his luggage. Like, what the fuck? And nobody ever seen that motherfucker after that shit, yo. See, this is why, like, I want to travel abroad, but I'm too Americanized, yo. Motherfucker, get me for my organs or some way. I got melanin in my skin, man. My heart probably worth millions to somebody. He found a woman and stayed. Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. At the airport, bro. Like, how can you, something at the airport frighten you so bad that you run out the fucking airport and leave your luggage in there? It's like, what the fuck was that shit, yo? Dank. What up? And then, what about the other missing chick, yo? She was acting all crazy on the elevator, and then somebody found her body like months later inside of a fucking water storage thing or some shit. that ain't racist. It's just facts, man. It's facts. That shit's set up against us, man. Brian Schaefer.
The strangest disappearances on record is that of Brian Schaefer, an Ohio State medical student. On March 31st, 2006, Brian Schaefer decided to go out for a night on the town with some of his college friends. They met at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, an upstairs bar at Ohio State's South Campus. Brian can be seen arriving at the bar with his 2 friends. They're smiling and laughing as they exit the escalator to the second floor bar. Around 10 p.m., Brian called his longtime girlfriend, with whom he had planned a spring break getaway to Miami a few days later. Brian told her that he loved her and would see her soon. Brian's girlfriend said that the call was nothing out of the ordinary. Later, Brian Schaefer is seen again on security camera near the escalators, talking to two girls. He seems to say goodbye and then heads back into the bar. Brian Schaefer was never seen again. Security cameras covering the only exits of the Ugly Tuna Saloona bar do not show Brian Schaefer ever leaving. The only possible other exit would have been through an area of the bar that was under heavy construction at the time and closed off to the public. However, even if Schaefer had left through the construction area, there are multiple other security cameras in the bar's vicinity. None of these cameras picked up footage of Brian Schaefer ever leaving the bar. It's almost as if Brian Schaefer disappeared into thin air in the middle of a crowded bar. Alan Jim.
That's some bizarre shit be going on. I'm telling you, man. Every time I hear shit like that, I be thinking organ snatchers. Tuna Maluna. The Tuna Saloona. Yeah, where the fuck did he go? He went in the bar. You got a camera. We seen you and your friend come in the bar. See you come outside, talk to some more chicks, go back in the bar. This motherfucker never left out the bar, yo. They grind his ass up and made turkey burgers with him. You know what I'm saying? Threw his bones in the trash. He came out the building, but he was in trash bags. That's why you ain't see him, you know what I'm saying? He was in them trash bags. Yo, Josh. What's up, yo? I don't know which one is less funnier, your name or your comment. Boy, you got me questioning you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know a counselor. I'll give you their number. Oh, yeah, that organ, bruh. That's what I'm telling you. When motherfuckers disappear without a trace, but somebody done got them a kidney, a heart, a liver, something. Motherfuckers, yo, I'm telling you, a lung, I need that right lung. What blood type he is? Oh, get him. I'm telling you right now, that organ shit ain't no fucking joke. That's real shit. You can look that shit up, yo. A lot of black boys come up dead, motherfucking missing shit inside their bodies, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's something else people don't really realize, yo. Like, black people just don't make melanin in our skin where you can see it. That shit is throughout all your organs, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? If an old white dude get a young black man's heart, man, that motherfucker probably live like another 50 years off of that shit, just because that shit is stronger, because it got a lot of melanin inside the tissue, the muscle, every cell of that shit, yo. That shit go throughout the whole fucking body. See them black boys come up, motherfucker be missing the goddamn lung and the heart and shit. That shit be real, yo. That shit, yo, I'm telling you, yo, that shit be scary as fuck. And now, like that dude, how you just disappear in a crowded bar? But somebody that got him somebody that got that motherfucker, yo. You ain't got that bitch. Chop him up. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that movie Sweeney Todd? Seen that movie Sweeney Todd? I'm telling you, bro, just trying to keep them young organs, man. And now, that's why that fucking, they getting deeper and deeper with that stem cell. And now they can they can take some of your own cells and create new stem cells from them shits, yo. And they got the fucking, the blood transfusion shit too, where you just, they just swap your blood out for younger people blood. You get motherfuckers 18 years old to fucking donate blood. Or you can clone some motherfuckers and grow their ass in some fucking artificial wombs and vats and shit, and you know what I'm saying, and just give them all the nutrients they need so they bone marrow constantly make nice fresh ass red blood cells, and you just, you know, swap your blood out from a clone of yourself. I believe shit like that is going on. For real. Word up. That's why if it's a clone, it's your own blood. It's just a younger version. You got that new blood now. I'm telling you, man. I think that cloning shit is real, yo. Word up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing they say about human cloning is the government won't allocate funds to nobody who wants to do it. But they motherfuckers who got the bread for that shit, man. You hire a couple scientists from some top genetic fucking labs and shit, and tell them, look, I'll pay you double whatever them motherfuckers pay. You can work for me. You know what I'm saying? Simple as shit. They do whatever. If you got the bread, motherfuckers will work for that shit, yo. Like you said, they did the human genome, Dolly, and the spider goat. They did all that shit in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they got fucking 20 years, 2 more decades of fucking experiments under their belt with that shit, man. They've been doing that shit. In vitro fertilization, test tube babies, all that shit. And like I say, the genome project, the in vitro fertilization project, and the goddamn cloning and the stem cell. I mean, you add all that shit together, that's life extension. You know what I'm saying? And now I mean, it's nothing really. Like, watch the movie Boys from Brazil, where they took Hitler's DNA and cloned his ass and tried to make these little boys grow up underneath the same conditions that Hitler did and have the same experiences at the same time throughout life to try to produce the same personality as Hitler. But there's so much shit it's almost impossible. If you clone somebody, it's just like your twin, but it's not really you. I'm watching a series on Netflix now called Altered Carbon, and it's based off of a book, but the Darwin Project. No, Broom, go ahead and fill me in on that. Obama a Pharaoh clone? I don't know. I don't know. Like you say, man, that shit. I really started looking into that shit more when a couple years ago B.O.B. started talking about that shit. When B.O.B. was talking about the flat earth and cloning centers, I was like, let me look into this cloning some more. But there's motherfuckers who's doing that shit, yo. But if you watch that Altered Carbon shit, yo, it's in the future, and they have created a device that is able to store all the memories of a person. So essentially, it stores who you are. It downloads your thoughts and memories to this device that's located at the base of the skull called a stack, and you can take it out. It's weird as shit. You can just like change your body. They don't even call them bodies anymore. They call it a sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you are your stack, and you take if you got the bread, you can put your stack in a different sleeve whenever you want to and effectively not die. And some people, you know, if their sleeve is damaged or whatever, they just kind of keep their stack in storage until, you know, a family member or somebody pays for one, or until there's a way for them to get a new sleeve. Or if not, you're really not, you're not dead. It's weird how they describe this shit, but it's weird as fuck, yo. But the whole thing is that somebody wants to stop this whole process of not technically dying and bring back real death, where like when your body expires, you expire and you're fucking dead, like dead, and not coming back from that shit. And so there's this whole rebel group that is out to fucking bring about this fucking real death. But it's weird as shit, yo. Like it's a really interesting fucking show. So much so that, like I said, I've been listening to audiobooks a while, and so once I figured out it was based on a book, and so now I've been listening to the audio version of it too. That's good as hell too, yo. Yeah, they freeze a lot of these motherfuckers, yo. They froze, damn, they froze somebody else too, yo. Yeah, and if they don't freeze motherfuckers, they got fucking DNA from all these motherfuckers, yo. They want DNA from everybody. That's why if you get in trouble with the law, even for like sobriety tests now, these motherfuckers can draw blood from you, yo, or give you a cheek swab and all that shit, man, just to collect your DNA some type of way, yo, and put that shit on file in a bank somewhere, yo. I ain't know they froze Marley. Damn, I can't think of some, yo, yo, what's the dude, the scientist in the the scientist in the wheelchair who talked through his fucking computer, yo. Oh my god, I can't fucking pull his name right now. Ain't they froze that motherfucker when he died, yo? Hawkins, yeah. Yeah, Hawkins. I think they froze his ass, yo. They say trying to keep that smart ass brain just in case they can bring him back, put him in a new body and still have that smart brain. Yeah, but altered carbon. Yeah, just transplant that shit, yo. Yo, you think this shit is a fucking game, yo? Yo, I'm telling you, yo, Savage, these motherfuckers is really doing shit like that, bro. That was another project like in the late 90s too, with that cryogenic shit, when a bunch of millionaires they got their whole body fucking froze, yo. The whole thing about that shit is like cell damage. You know what I'm saying? The body being flash frozen solid for too long, they say the cells will gradually basically get frostbite. You know what I'm saying? If they don't find a way to thaw these motherfuckers out and cure their ailments, or, you know, transplant their brains or their conscious into another storage device, which is basically all that your body is anyway. It's a vessel. It's a storage device for your consciousness. Your consciousness is non-matter, non-energy, but it can't function without having a vessel that has matter and energy. Ozarks are real with the Raw family. I don't know. I never really did like understand how he used that shit to talk, yo. Like that shit was connected to his brain or something. Alright, guys. I said I was gonna get out of here fucking 35 minutes ago. But y'all got me here smoking and drinking and having these good conversations. Oh, man. But I am hungry. What time is it? I don't know if I'll be back in here tonight. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's 8:49. Yeah, I probably won't be back in here tonight. So bye, bro. Damn, this motherfucker rude. He trying to rush me out of my own stream. I said bye. He told me, so bye, bro. It's all good, man. I'll be back in the morning, yo. I'll be back in here in the morning. Blue Bloods, you know what I'm saying? The Blue Bloods. That's that upper echelon. But goddamn, yeah, let me see. Maybe anyway between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll be back in here. That's it. If I come in here tonight for a little bit, I probably won't turn the camera on. If I do, it'll probably only be for a couple minutes anyway. Ooh, alchemy, chemistry, alchemy, chemistry. Sounds a lot like the same word a little bit. Peace till next time, guys. Kemet. Africa is Kemet. Chemistry. Alchemy. Oh man, there's something going on with that linguistics.